Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Goody and welcome back to another What If video. And today, I have 2 or 3 what ifs, just in case if I come up with a third what if. If I have a third what if come, I'll call it a 3 what if. Or if I just have 2 what ifs because I have I have 2 what ifs in my head, then I'll just call this video 2 Disney Cars what ifs. Okay, so one is really short and one is long. So the one I'm going to tell you is kid friendly, and the other one is long and not kid friendly. It would be rated R or rated PG-13. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's get to the first Cars what if. I've done my career back in 2017 was Cars. It was my old YouTube channel, and that was way before my subscribers went really fast. That was because of my Godzilla modded matches stuff, because I know people really love those. Before we get to the first what if, I have to explain. My first what if the Adventures of Thomas was not canceled, it got like 1,000 views. I thought the things that I said, it won't make sense, and I screwed up bad at the. That will be screwed up bad. I screwed up bad in that what if, and people still appreciate it. Anyway, so even my first what if video got to 1,000 views, I thought I would treat you all with a 2-pack what if, or I'll explain 2 what ifs in one video. But it's not Thomas, it's not Godzilla, it's Disney Cars. And of course, one of my favorite protagonist icon besides Thomas the Tank Engine, we all know it's Lightning McQueen. Okay, so let's get to the first what if. I've done this twice in case if you've been on my channel like before August or before October 12th, before October 12th, or before the month October, that terrorizing turbanization of my old channel. So this is your first time hearing this what if, then this is your first time hearing it. So what if events went differently? Oh, and this takes place in Cars 1. If you haven't seen Cars 1, I highly recommend the movie. If you haven't seen Cars yet, I highly suggest you go watch it and then come back. Or if you have seen it like a million times, like I have, then welcome to the what if. So, what if events went differently? What if Lightning McQueen catched up to Mack from Cars 1? So the scenario Disney Cars will be going out as planned until we get to the part where McQueen is chasing after Mack at nighttime at the highway where there's a lot of lights, the trucks, cars, and McQueen's like, Mack. Every time he sees a truck, he has to say Mack, just in case if it's him. But in the original timeline, McQueen sees a truck turning into the railroad tracks, and McQueen says, "Mack, wait for me!" And he turns that direction, and he turns right, where the truck is going. But in this timeline, McQueen just didn't see the truck turning right. He just thought it was another truck. So McQueen keeps going forward until he sees Mack. So McQueen managed to catch up to Mack, seeing his trailer. So McQueen catches up to Mack. But he needs to wait until they see a stop sign. So McQueen thought to himself, no, waiting for a stop sign is not going to be good. So McQueen calls Mack, and Mack looks at McQueen. He's like, what the? So he turns to the dirt, and he stops. And then McQueen would say, Mack, how did I get out of the trailer? And Mack would say, right, that's what I'm thinking. And Mack would say, I kind of broke a rule. I mean, I kind of fail your advice. So you told me not to fall asleep, but I kind of did. And McQueen would say, oh, shame of you, Mack. Shame of you. And then, and Mack would say, I'll try again, McQueen. I'll go to sleep if I go in the shed after I drop you off at the Los Angeles Raceway. And then Mack opened his trailer, and McQueen would say, all right. McQueen goes back into his trailer, and then Mack closes it, and Mack would say, Los Angeles, here we come. So Mack would be driving still until, and then, do you remember that scene in the news where, so in the original timeline, the news would freak out and say that McQueen is missing. They would say, where is Lightning McQueen? Or where is McQueen and all that stuff. But in this timeline, it never happened. As soon as Mack pulls up and the doors open and McQueen would say, good job. So the whole world would see McQueen, and so yeah, McQueen would arrive at Los Angeles, and Lightning McQueen missing event would never happen. And then McQueen, and then the fans would, and then photographers would take pictures of him like the original timeline. And then McQueen would see Chick, and McQueen would say, well, Chick, who got here first? And Chick would say, well, obviously I did. But whoever wins the race will get Donico all to themselves. Man, I gotta say, Chick Hicks is probably the most doofus character in my opinion. He's not, well, I'm not trying to say I hate him. I think he's pretty funny in Cars. Even though he's a bad guy, but I find him funny sometime. But Cars 3, I kind of find him funny. But the most funny, kind of funny is in Cars 1. Well, I don't know, but you'll get the point. And then, and before the race starts, oh, and one thing I should mention, do you guys know the famous Chick Hicks ripoff Ka-Chow? also known as Kuchika, 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 Kuchika. You know, like Kuchika, Kuchika, Kuchika. Chick Hicks just fucking ripped off Lightning McQueen's Ka-Chow. That's a copycat right there. Like, seriously, Chick Hicks, that is assault. That is copying. You're stealing McQueen's thing. Piston Cup would have called the police. Okay, well, this is not a what if. Like, what if Chick Hicks goes to jail for copying McQueen's Ka-Chow? This is what if McQueen catches up to Mack. Okay, so, well, you know, Chick Hicks doesn't have his Kuchika thing. One more thing, the Kuchika, it sounds like you're saying good chica. Good chica, good chica, good chica, good chica. Seriously, like, good chica. Does Kuchika sounded like good chica? I think it's like good chica, good chica. They sound the same anyway. Or anyway, well, you know, like I said, Chick Hicks would not get his Kuchika. And McQueen would say to King, King, if I win, if you win or I win, you would retire. And Strip Weathers would say, yeah, McQueen. If either of us wins, we'll take the Piston Cup and become the new member of Dynaco. Good luck, McQueen. Thank you, like McQueen said. And then the race starts. So the final race would still go out as and so the Los Angeles International Speedway race would go out like the original timeline. Except no Radiator Springs townies. And the reason why I said that is because you remember what I said about McQueen never turned right because of that truck? You know, the truck turning right and McQueen would have turned right, but remember what I said that he did not turn right to that truck turning the right direction? Well, if McQueen catches up to Mack, then he would never go to Radiator Springs. He would never met Doc. He would never known Doc's backstory. He would never met his girlfriend Sally. He would never known about Radiator Springs. And he would never meet his best friend Mater. He would not met Luigi and Guido. Okay, so and the drift moment at the International Speedway, but this time it never oh, yeah, like the drift, like, you know, like turn right to go left. If McQueen never learned that, then people would not the entire then every car and the speedway, they would have never saw it because McQueen never learned it. And then McQueen, Chick Hicks would still be a troublemaker. He would try to, so he pushes, so like the original timeline, McQueen or Chick, so Chick Hicks, so Chick pushes McQueen first, and then he pushes King next. Chick almost spinned out. Almost to the point where he crashes. But McQueen goes into a wall. McQueen would still spin out until he hits a wall. But don't worry, he's okay. So, like at the beginning of the race, McQueen will go back to the track. And Chick turns back to see McQueen back on the track, just like the original timeline, at the Motor Speedway of the South. And then, But in this timeline, you remember that scene where Chick pushes the king, making the king crash? Well, but this time he didn't do it. But instead, Chick knew what he had to do. He had to pull his brakes, hoping that he will push McQueen off. No matter how hard he tried, he just he just he just can't get McQueen off. So he goes faster. McQueen goes faster to the point. So Chick was going to ram into McQueen again, but this time McQueen breaks and Chick Hicks missed, and he hits a wall, scratching the sponsor stickers and his number 86. Chick Hicks looks at it and it'll be like, oh no! And then McQueen he would just catch up to and he would just catch up to the king. Oh yeah, and with Chick Hicks trying to hit McQueen, it took place in the final lap. So McQueen had to decide: should he let King win, or let him, or let, or let, or let. I mean, McQueen was thinking: should I let the King win, or should I let myself win? So he had no time. Chick Hicks was coming up to McQueen. So the king knew what he was thinking. So King said, "Go on, I don't mind." So McQueen goes to first place, and then he wins. And and then Chick Hicks would have been pissed off. He'd be like, "Oh no!" And he's in third place again. And Chick Hicks is at third place again. And then the King is at second, and McQueen is at the first place. And then that would have been it. McQueen would get the Piston Cup, because in the original timeline, McQueen didn't win. I mean, he could have, but that wasn't the point. So he let Chick Hicks win. The reason why he did that was because in the original timeline, he saw the King absolutely wrecked. So he had to help him. But in this timeline, the King never crashed. And so McQueen won the race, and he got his Dynaco paint job, and he became more famous. Became more famous. And the King would have retired. And Chick would say, "Oh, darn. I'm going to get you for this. I'm going to get you for this," Chick said. So Chick Hicks, he was raging. And then the cars, every car, well, some of the cars, the photographers and some of Chick's fans, they would still boo at him, just like the original timeline. So they would throw stuff at Chick. And then whoever fired the confetti. Sorry, I was being silent for a moment. And then whoever fired the confetti at Chick. Well, one random car, he fires the confetti at Chick. And Chick will be like, "Seriously, I'll be back." And he goes back into his trailer. And Mcqueen would say, "Stupid chick." I had to. And later on, we can either so everything would end well to Mcqueen. He would be more famous, more richer, and 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 his fame would be a lot more great. But then so uh, so we're gonna leave it. So we're gonna leave this what if here because this first what if is to be continued. Oh, if you're wondering about Mack, he would they would give him a paint scheme of Dynaco instead of Rusty. So Rusty's would still they would still Rusty's would still go. Rusty's would still be there. But all they had to do is just look for another racer to be sponsored by Rusty's, since Mcqueen is joined by Dynaco. Okay, so to be continued for what if Mcqueen catches up to Mack. So let's get to the second what if. So this is for Cars 3. So this one is dark. So events are the same in Cars 3 until the aftermath of Mcqueen's crash. So Mcqueen, ever since he crashed in the Los Angeles International Speedway, since he lost the race, Mcqueen had anger problems. I know he's calm, but after the crash and Jackson Storm went past him, that pisses him off to the max. I mean, he would, and then, actually, screw the anger problem thing. So, events are the same after the crash. Until we get to the part where the virtual reality. McQueen is still at his Rusty's Racing Center paint scheme. And then, he would have. And so McQueen crashed, and so the whole virtual reality scene it would still go out as planned until McQueen went absolute. He they McQueen lost control over the virtual reality. He crashes through the screen, but not halfway, like the original timeline. He actually goes through it, and the speed. There was just so much speed to McQueen that McQueen's speed was going crazy that it nearly damaged the whole racing center. And I'm talking about the treadmills. Oh no, it was the. Oh crap! I forgot what that. Oh, the racing simulator. So, McQueen crashes through the racing simulator. So, McQueen crashes like the original time in the original timeline, he crashes halfway through the screen. But this time, McQueen crashes all the way through the screen. And that female computer voice would still say, "You have crashed," repeatedly. And the computer voice would still say, "You have crashed," repeatedly. McQueen would still go crazy. He would scream in horror, crashing through everything. He would crash through the wind tubs, treadmills, and the virtual reality. Like, everything would be in wreck. And then the power still will go out, like the original timeline. And then everything is, but McQueen is waiting outside through Mr. Sterling's office. McQueen and Cruz would still talk. I mean, Sterling and Cruz would still talk like the original timeline. And so McQueen waiting would still go out as planned. But the only difference is McQueen is absolutely wrecked. Well, okay. Well, before we get to the talk, when the Rusty's Racing Center power goes out, McQueen would scream, "No!" He screams no. Now let's get to the talk with with Sterling and McQueen. And then so the talk would still go out as planned. Like the McQueen would still say the racing is the reward, not the stuff and all that stuff. But until Sterling would explain angrily to McQueen. I mean, he was a little angry about the damage that McQueen caused, but he was calm. So Sterling would say, "McQueen, I'm absolutely disappointed in you because you almost broke $1,000, millions of dollars of worth of property." And McQueen would say, "But Mr. Sterling, it was an accident. I didn't mean to. I I tried to work the simulator, but I failed. I tried to go easy on the simulator, but I failed." And Sterling would say, "Well, yeah, you did fail. But unfortunately, I hate to do this, but go to the paint room and we will remove your Rusty's paint job." And McQueen would scream, "No!" Again, he says the word no loudly. So McQueen gets absolutely pissed off. Oh, and the what if theory number 2. So the second what if is what if Lightning McQueen became a murderer, or no, it would be like, or what if Lightning McQueen became a criminal in Cars 3? By the way, that's what the what if is. So anyway, McQueen would just go ram into Mr. Sterling. He just keep ramming into him until he keeps beating him, and he keeps ramming into him until he was bleeding oil. And then McQueen. So McQueen he would. So McQueen looks at Sterling, and McQueen would say in anger, "I wish I should have. I really wish I would have came here to be faster than Jackson Storm. All I want is to be faster than Jackson Storm. Faster! But no! You made this place fucked up." I don't mean to swear, but he literally said it. And then McQueen would say, "See you around, you rich dummy." And then he leaves the stadium, the Rusty's Racing Center. But Luigi and Guido, they would talk to McQueen out of this. Luigi would say, "McQueen, please. McQueen, you don't need to do this. We could still give you training." And McQueen would say in anger, "Well, not this time. Because if Jackson Storm wants, if he wants to, if he wants to, if Jackson Storm wants, if he wants the Piston Cup, he cannot have it. And then he drives away, back to Radiator Springs. And Mack would drive up and he would say, Mack would drive up to Mcqueen and he would say, McQueen, what are you doing? Where do you think you're going? Think of your friends. Think of your girlfriend. And McQueen would say, I do. But since I crashed because of Jackson Storm, I crashed because of him. But I'm going to teach him a lesson. And Mack would say, No, McQueen. It's not Jackson's fault for you crashing. It's your fault. And McQueen would yell, That wasn't my fault, you dumb truck. You can't just say it's my fault. If I haven't crashed, none of this would happen. So get out of my way and let me do what I gotta do. I don't need your help anymore. And McQueen raced away to the point where his friends doesn't know where he's at anymore. And then McQueen drove all the way to Russia. No, actually, Texas. So there was a bunch of criminal cars, and they taught McQueen how to be a criminal. And then so after all the training, McQueen gets a different paint job. But there's something different about it. So his paint job still has a 95. And McQueen has red stripes. And the secondary color of McQueen is red. And then McQueen, and the primary color is black. And his eyes were turned from blue to red. I guess it's a little reference to the evil Lightning McQueen. You know, the 6666, the 666 McQueen, I guess. Yeah, this. But it doesn't have the 666 on it. It just has the typical 95. So McQueen is out doing criminals. So the news would spread all over that McQueen is doing something bad. McQueen's fans would go immediately shocked. The Radiator Springs townies couldn't believe what McQueen was doing. Sheriff could arrest him, but it wasn't the case. Actually, never mind. Sorry for the screw ups, by the way. And McQueen would just go out through his days being a criminal until the day that he retires. So that's where the story actually ends. So McQueen would still get the Florida 500 Piston Cup. How, you ask? Well, he would actually steal it. So McQueen, every race that the Piston Cup opens, McQueen, he always end up stealing the Piston Cups. So that means the Piston Cup would lose money and they would go out of business. And then the people who keep going to Radiator Springs, the customers, since they knew that Mcqueen, since he was the founder of Radiator Springs, who, no, Stanley, he was the founder of Radiator Springs. So, in Cars 1, Mcqueen discovered Radiator Springs, and he was the reason why that Radiator Springs became active again. And Radiator Springs was back on the map. But this time, Mcqueen, since he became a criminal, no customers would go to Radiator Springs again. And Radiator Springs will go off the map. Just like in the Cars 1 flashback. And the Radiator Springs townies and Mack, they would never see Mcqueen again. And of course, Sally thought to herself, if Mcqueen didn't crash, none of this would happen. And with that, Mcqueen is still doing criminal stuff. Oh, sorry. And that's all the what ifs I have for now. Oh, and here's my message. Do not do criminal stuff because it's bad and you go to jail. And no, you don't want that. You want to do good stuff. So, my lesson, do good things, not do criminal things. I know you love Lightning McQueen, but this is a what if story. It's not like it really happened. Okay, so what do you guys think about my what ifs? Do you agree with my what ifs, or comment down your what ifs? Pick a Godzilla what if, and give me another Cars what if. Just comment them down below. So thank you all for watching this double what if video. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications on. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.